YouTube is literally the biggest cheat code that I could have unlocked for myself. And I literally say that from like the most grateful place, because if you would have talked to me in the beginning of 2022 when I was first planning on starting a YouTube channel, I could not have told you that this would be the level of success that I would have received up until this point. I mean, I've literally been able to make over $274 a day, which is over $100,000 by leveraging YouTube. Now, granted, I've done it in the most untraditional way. The Business Recruiter, which is my other YouTube channel, has been able to generate thousands of views at this point. I have over 3,000 subscribers, and all of that has helped me to be able to build a business that I've been able to generate over $100,000 in revenue. If you want to learn more in regards to how I've been able to do this, then stick around. Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Natasha with Subscribers to Clients. This is my channel where I talk about all things business, finance, and personal growth. If you're a small or aspiring YouTuber, then I definitely welcome you to stick around, click that subscribe button down below, because I provide all of the tips, tricks, and lessons learned in regards to my other YouTube channel, The Business Recruiter, regarding how I've been able to scale it to $100,000 plus business. So in regards to me being able to get to the point where I've been able to yield over $274 a day in regards to YouTube, the first thing that I did was I actually started a channel. And I know that sounds really crazy. You're probably like, this is not anything new, but you actually getting started is really going to be the first step in your journey to be able to get to a point where you can be successful. There's a lot of people out there who are so hesitant to get started. And I understand there's a multitude of reasons. You're probably scared. You're probably worried about the consistency, or if you have the discipline to put out content. Maybe you don't want to get in front of a camera. Maybe you're afraid of what people are going to think about you. Maybe you're afraid of the negative comments. Like, whatever it is, like, I totally get it, because I went through all of that myself when I first got started. But what I will say is that you will learn to get over those things. You will learn to become comfortable in what it is that you're doing. You'll learn to become, more excited about the content that you're able to put out. And you'll realize that your passion for being able to help others is so much greater than any negative content, or is so much greater than any negative feedback or commentary, or the fear that you have, than anything else. So the first thing that you need to do is to actually start your YouTube channel. Now, the next thing that you need to think through is how you can then get information in regards to your audience, meaning how can you actually gather their information so that you can provide them with additional resources or information outside of YouTube. This is where you building your email list really comes in handy. You want to create something of value that you can provide to your audience so that they have the opportunity to be able to get additional information that you might not be able to fit into a short clip. Maybe it's more detailed context in regards to how they can actually dive into whatever the topic is for you. If it's stocks, maybe this is how to read a chart, or if this is something related to another hobby, maybe it's something very specific in regards to that hobby. You don't have to provide a lot of information in regards to it, but just enough so that it provides them with a resource in regards to how they can actually be successful. And then you want to be able to have them get that resource by providing you with their email address. Now, after I created my resource and ultimately started my email list, I then started my beta program. And my beta program allowed me the opportunity to create a version of my program that was in the very beginning stages at that point, but it was a version of my program so that I could really test it out. I could see how valuable it was. I could see where I needed to improve. I could see where the content was actually really great and I needed to keep it. And with your beta program, it's important to keep in mind that you can charge still a decent amount of money. Like, keep in mind that you're still providing context and information and you're still being helpful during this phase. So even if your program isn't quite ironed out, you still want to be intentional about the pricing that's associated with your beta program, even though you're in that space of learning. And then you have to move on, once you've actually decided what your beta program is going to be about, to then getting your beta clients. Now, this is easy for you to do in regards to if you're starting to build up your YouTube channel and you have that free resource, you have emails, you can push out the fact that you have this information to your email list, and then those who are interested can then sign up. And then from there, you want to actually go ahead and draft your full program based on what you've been able to learn from your beta program and your beta clients. And you want to start and create an actual program. Now, this program can be however long you want it to be. Maybe it is a 4-week long program. Maybe it's a couple months long program. Like whatever that looks like, you want to make sure that you're able to do that. And then being able to package that content in a way where it's easy to digest. So maybe you have it broken out into various modules, which is what I did for my program, where individuals have the opportunity to go through each module in a very structured way. And then you can ultimately determine if there's other things that you want to add to your program, such as live calls or coaching calls, so that you have the opportunity to interact with those individuals who have now signed up and have purchased your program. And again, when it comes to pricing, you want to make sure that you're still offering a price that is going to be achievable, meaning that they're able to pay it, but also something that is going to be value add for you in terms of the amount of information that you are providing to your students. And then you want to tweak and refine your program from there, meaning that you want to create an opportunity where you can continue to reiterate on your program to make it better. This means adding new modules. This means updating the content. This means maybe you doing or figuring out that you need more coaching or live calls that you have to do. Like whatever that looks like for you and your niche is perfectly fine, but ultimately it's going to depend on what is going to work best for your students. What's the value that you can continue to provide them in regards to making sure that you're providing them with the most up-to-date information. And while you're doing all of this in terms of launching your program, you're also going to be in a space where you're still making sure that you are creating content on YouTube. Think of YouTube as your funnel, meaning that you are creating content on YouTube so that you can get interest from the public. The public then becomes interested in the information that you're providing by providing you with their email address. They're also getting that resource that you created because they did provide you with their email address, and you have the opportunity to then push out information to them in regards to the topic of interest or topic of choice for them. You're pushing out information, and then you're continuing to then create an environment where you're talking about what you can do for them if they did decide to take on any of your paid resources. And eventually they then decide that they want to sign up for your program. So YouTube is your funnel in order to make all of those things happen. So you have to be consistent with your content. You have to be disciplined to make sure that you're still being able to put out however many videos that looks like for you. Maybe that's 2 videos, maybe that's 3 videos a week, like whatever that looks like for you in terms of what you're going to be able to do on a consistent basis. You want to make sure that you're still pumping out that content because YouTube at this point is serving as your funnel. And then you want to determine how you actually want to go about open enrollment. Do you want to do it every month? Do you want to do it every quarter? What does that look like for you? You want to determine how you want that revenue to come in, but ultimately, this is all a part of your YouTube funnel in terms of what you're able to leverage in terms of your success. Now, while I have used YouTube in a very untraditional manner in regards to being able to generate now over $120,000 since the launch of my program, you can do the same. What I've done is not hard. It's definitely not a secret because I'm sharing all of the information with you. It's more so, are you disciplined enough? Are you consistent enough to make sure that you go about doing this for your niche or your area of expertise? For me, it was with the business recruiter with recruiting, but for you, maybe it's with stocks, or maybe it's with drop shipping, or maybe it's with some form of an e-commerce store. Whatever that passion looks like for you, I can assure you that you are sitting on information that no one else has, or if they do have it, they don't have it in a way that's organized or in a way that you can present it that's going to be helpful. So make sure that you're thinking through what is that information that you do have that you can ultimately package into a program and start leveraging YouTube as your funnel. But in order to do that, you of course have to start your YouTube channel. Well, I hope that this video was helpful for you. If it was, then definitely be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you're looking for more content like this, or there's different things that you want me to talk about, feel free to comment down below in the comments some different things that you do want me to discuss in terms of my YouTube journey or my journey of starting my business, or even about my other channel, The Business Recruiter, and I'll be happy to make those videos for you. As well as I do have a free resource that you can leverage in terms of how to really start to think through how you can start to create your program. I'll be sure to leave that link down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.